Hey everyone, today we're going deep. Not into counting calories or obsessing over the latest diet trend, but into the hidden reasons you're stuck in your weight loss journey. And believe me, there are some surprising things keeping us from real, lasting change. If you're ready to finally face what's been holding you back, let's dive into these 7 truths. And don't worry, I'll give you practical steps along the way. We're in this together, so let's jump right in. Alright, so here's the first question to ask yourself. Are you truly ready to lose weight? Now I know that sounds simple, but it's actually a loaded question. Wanting to lose weight is easy. We all have that moment where we stand in front of the mirror and think, I wish things were different. But there's a big difference between wanting something and fully committing to it. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine you're at the starting line of a marathon. You wouldn't expect to reach the finish line just by wishing for it. You'd need to train, pace yourself, push through when your body aches, and most importantly, keep going when giving up feels easier. Weight loss works the same way. If you're looking for miracle diets or quick fix gadgets, it's like hoping to sprint through the race with no training. And those shortcuts, they're keeping you exactly where you are. Here's a powerful approach instead. Build your diet around foods that don't just fill you up, but actually fuel you. I'm talking about foods that nourish your body and keep you satisfied, physically and mentally. Think whole foods that stop you from constantly craving something else. That's how you know you're setting yourself up for success, not just a short-lived change. To make this real, grab a pen and write down 3 personal reasons why you want to lose weight. Don't be vague here. Get specific. For example, I want to feel strong enough to play with my kids without feeling exhausted. Or I want to feel confident in my own skin. Put those reasons somewhere you'll see every day, because this journey is going to take commitment. Remember, real change isn't about quick fixes, it's about creating a lifestyle that lasts. Let's talk about mindset. You've probably heard, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. It's easy to dismiss this as a motivational quote, but there's real truth here. Our beliefs shape our actions. If you're telling yourself, I'll never be able to lose weight, or I'm just not cut out for this, those beliefs become walls. And the more you reinforce those walls, the harder they become to break. Think about it this way. Imagine every time you tell yourself you can't, it's like laying down a brick in front of you. Before you know it, you've built a wall so high, you can't even see over it. And yet, the opposite is also true. Every time you challenge those thoughts, you're taking a brick down. Start by setting small, achievable goals that remind you, yes, I can. Here's an example. If you feel like exercise is too hard, commit to just a 5-minute walk around the block. That's it. No pressure to do more. But guess what? The next day, maybe you're willing to walk for 10 minutes. Each of those little actions chips away at that wall. Pick something small you can do today, even if it feels almost too easy. That could be swapping soda for water or adding 1 serving of vegetables to a meal. Small wins build up and become the foundation of a stronger mindset. You'll soon realize, hey, I can do this. Now let's look at your environment. This is a big one because even the best intentions can get derailed by the people around us. Friends, family, co-workers, they all influence us, often without realizing it. So think about this. Are the people around you truly supporting your goals, or are they unintentionally holding you back? For example, let's say you're committed to eating healthier, but your family insists on ordering takeout every other night. Or maybe your friends encourage you to just have 1 drink when you're trying to cut back. Even though they're not trying to sabotage you, these patterns can make change feel impossible. What you need is a support system that understands your journey, that respects your goals, even if they're not on the same path. Imagine having a friend or partner who's willing to cook a healthy meal with you, or a family member who suggests going for a walk together instead of sitting around. Find a friend, family member, or even an online community that genuinely supports your goals. Tell them about your journey, share your struggles, and ask them to check in on you. This doesn't have to be a one-way street either. Offer them the same support and build a positive, encouraging environment together. When you're having a tough day, reaching out to someone who gets it can be a game changer. Next, let's talk about failure. We've all been there. You start a new plan, you're feeling motivated, and then, bam, life throws a curveball and suddenly, you're back at square one. Sound familiar? For so many people, this cycle of failure becomes a comfort zone. It's like, well, I've failed before, so it's no surprise I failed again. But here's the thing, the people who make it through are the ones who refuse to see setbacks as the end. They see failure as feedback, as something they can learn from. Imagine each setback as a detour on your path, not a roadblock. If you can shift your mindset to view failure as part of the journey, you stop letting it defeat you. Next time you feel yourself slipping, pause and ask, what can I learn from this? Maybe you realize that skipping breakfast makes you overeat at lunch, or that not planning your meals leads to poor choices. Every failure is an opportunity to adjust your approach, to make the journey smoother next time. Remember, giving up on the journey means you're just settling for the same comfort zone you were trying to escape. Here's another hard truth. Change starts with personal responsibility. This can be uncomfortable because it means we have to look at our own choices honestly. Blaming others or outside factors might feel easier, but that approach keeps you powerless. Real change starts when you take ownership. Think back to habits you might have picked up as a kid, maybe snacking while watching TV, or celebrating with dessert every night. Those habits stick around, and before you know it, they're deeply ingrained. But here's the good news. Just as you learned those habits, you can unlearn them. Every morning, take a minute to set one intention for the day that aligns with your goals. It could be something simple like drinking more water, choosing a healthy snack, or fitting in a walk. By saying it out loud, you're reinforcing that commitment to yourself. If you slip up, don't blame anyone else. Just reset your intention and keep going. Now let's bust a big myth. If you're overweight, it's because you love food. Sure, maybe you enjoy eating, but there's usually more going on. For a lot of us, food is a way to cope. Stress, boredom, sadness, food becomes a quick fix, a way to soothe without having to deal with those feelings head on. Imagine a typical evening. You're exhausted from work, feeling stressed, and without thinking, you grab a bag of chips. It's not about hunger, it's about comfort. The problem is that comfort is temporary. It never really fills the void, it just distracts you for a moment. But here's the thing, if you learn to cope with emotions without using food, you're no longer trapped in that cycle. Next time you feel yourself reaching for a snack, pause and ask, am I actually hungry, or am I feeling something else? If it's not hunger, try a different way to cope. Go for a walk, text a friend, or even take a few minutes to journal. The more you do this, the more you'll start recognizing emotional hunger from real hunger. Finally, let's make this journey exciting. Imagine your life as a reality show where every day, you're the main character working toward a transformation. You're not just watching someone else's journey on screen, you're actively building your own story, one decision at a time. Imagine each day as an episode. You're the contestant, the hero, the one who's pushing through the hard times, celebrating the victories, and learning from the mistakes. When you start viewing your journey this way, it's no longer just about the weight, it's about reclaiming your life, your story. At the end of each day, jot down a note or two about your episode for that day. It could be a win, a tough moment you got through, or a lesson you learned. When you look back, you'll see a story unfolding, one that's about more than just weight. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. So there you have it, 7 real reasons that might be keeping you stuck, and the keys to breaking free. Remember, this isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling strong, taking control of your choices, and building a life you're genuinely proud of. If you're ready to take this journey, hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around. This is your story. Let's make it one worth telling. Thanks for watching, and here's to making this journey truly transformational. Thanks so much for watching, and welcome to the vegan family. Thanks so much for tuning into my channel. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more tips, strategies, and insights into living a healthier life. I upload new videos regularly, so hit the notification bell to stay updated. And as always, feel free to leave your questions or success stories in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you.